Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are unboxing and swatching the Ohuhu 48 dual tip art markers. They have a chisel tip and a fine tip. So I've just received it. I'll just zoom you out a little bit. Oh, my sharpener. Oh, my sharpener finally came too. It's the best thing ever. Taking advantage of some Black Friday sales. So I'll open this up. So here we, oh, this looks pretty good. Here we go. So this is the 48. So out of that cardboard box, and then it's in its own carry case, which is pretty cool. So these are the architect style. Let's get rid of my scissors and my pen there. So as you can see, I've got 48 colors here. So let's open it up. And it comes with color swatch cards. So we're going to do that today. What else have we got in here? Some little instructions or something. I'll take this one out. That way. There we go. They're a decent size. They're not too thick. I quite like the size. So they've got there's like, I wouldn't call that a brush tip. It's like a bullet tip. So you've got your color and your number on the end, and then you've got a color strip here. You've also got the same number and color on the other end. And this is the chisel. Right, I'm actually just going to put my towel back down, which is what I'm using at the moment in lieu of getting a craft mat and a desk mat. So I just have let's give that a shake. Because this is my dining table, which needs a repolish, so. Okay, so we're gonna go through each marker and do a color swatch of these. Okay, let's start with 1775, which is Pastel Rose. So it looks like they're all in order if we go from right to left. 1775. Okay, I'm actually going to use the chisel tip for this. Oh, yep, cool. Yeah, that's nice. That is how thick the chisel is. It's just as thick as that box. So you could literally just go across like that. It's a nice pinky color. Now these are alcohol based, but there's like a little grid which they sit in. So if you have if you've pulled a few out, they're not going to fall over each other, which is good. Okay. Coral. $1.90. Rose Bloom. They're all quite similar at the minute. Hey, I don't know if you can see. Yeah, they're quite nice though. 263 Radiant Orchard. There are so many brands out there at the moment. And the reason why I've been drawn to Ohuhu is because I find their price point is quite reasonable. Oh, didn't do that one quite. There we go. That's a nice one, that light magenta. Their price point is quite reasonable. I think for the set of 48 on the Black Friday sale, I think I paid about $30, $35, and I think they retail at about $40, $45 on Amazon. If you're a person that likes to purchase from Amazon, not everyone does. I think it's fine within reason. Oh, that one's nice, the coral red. Yes, sorry, the reason yeah, that I wanted to go with Ohuhu is because they're an excellent marker, and a lot of other colorists use these. 187. Yeah, in addition, they're cheaper than the Copic marker, which is why I wanted to go with them, because with the Copic markers, I think they're around like $10 a thing, which I'm sure there's a reason, and I'm sure that's completely justified. But it's not within everyone's budget. It's certainly not within mine. Okay, we've got going on to some creamier colours now. This is like a rose pink in carnadine pink. Yeah, I like that they come with these swatch cards. Just one thing to note with these, because they're triangle grip, when you put the pen back in, you kind of got to be a bit careful, otherwise you'll mark the lid. This is one thing that I've noticed just then. Oh, my angle isn't always the greatest. Powdery orange. Yeah, so the Ohuhu brand are great if you're looking for a budget-friendly but also good quality marker. It's 151. I'm just checking that they actually are in the right order. You never know. Oh, that one kind of reminds me of Orange Icy Poles. It's the first day of summer and it's currently raining outside and it's windy. 142. Yep. 1, 2, 3. Melon yellow. Naples yellow. That's coming along quite well. This is good because it means I don't have to swatch them in my other book. This is earth yellow. And they're not bleeding through the back. Oh, no. Yes, it is. Sorry. But that doesn't matter because I'm just going to store it in here and use it for reference. That earth yellow, it's appearing quite dark there, but it is quite a lighter tanny colour. $618. Okay. Yeah, so what we're doing is it's snaking through. So we've gone, oh no, we've gone there, and now we're going up to here, and we're going to go that way. There's no rhyme or reason, but that is okay. So I plan to use these for colouring books. Keep doing that. Oh yeah. Gee, they're drying quite nicely. I'm not quite sure if you saw, but I just went through multiple rows. Well, I just did multiple layers in there. It's pretty streak free, which is nice. That's what I've been looking for in a marker, is streak free markers. Okay, we've got the pale green. And as I'm looking at these, I'm thinking about what Prismacolor shades are going to go nice with these two. So I do use the Prismacolors. That's nice. Even thinking that Bud Green will probably layer really nicely with this sap green light. You can see here. Yeah. I might do another tutorial later on where I actually show you how to layer markers with pencil. I haven't done it before myself, so I don't want to do it now. How can I teach you if I don't know myself? 356. Oh, that's gone over a bit. So in terms of how they feel, they are a little bit thinner than I think other squarer markers, but they still have quite a thick chisel tip, so, and a fine tip as well. So for me personally, I think they're a great size. If I compare it with the Ohuhu glitter markers, they're slightly thicker than that. This is a standard Sharpie marker as well. So they're about, yeah, they're a little bit thicker than those, but they are a triangle grip. That comparison is just for those who say if you're worried about it being too thin. There is quite a number of different sizes in the Ohuhu range I've seen, especially the journaling range. That was 356. You can get different size markers with thicker and finer tips for different purposes. So I've chosen the chisel and the bullet tip for colouring purposes because I would like to use some different mediums with single-sided colouring books just to mix it up a little bit. So I'm wanting something quite thick, but not too thick, and then not something too fine so I don't have to go over it over a long period of time. So that's just my thought process in choosing these. Okay, 7743. Sap green. Oh, that one's very nice and emeraldy. Okay, 319, aqua blue. Last one for this page, peacock green. Sounds very familiar for my Prisma users. Yeah, it's a nice one. Okay, so that is our colour swatch 1. So we've got a really good variety of colours. We've got different, I feel like just looking at the box, we've got an even amount of different colours, which is nice. Apart from oranges, we've just got a couple of different orange, three I think. Right, moving on to colour swatch 2, so that's number 1. 295, sea blue. 2925, sorry. They're a little bit thingy to get out of the box. Oh. Yeah, I like that. I really like that they're streak free. I really like that. And the bleed doesn't look too bad either. So we'll see how it turns out on paper. I will put a link to this product in my description where I purchased them from Amazon. I'll just see if I can find it because I do know that since the Black Friday sales have been on, sometimes the product availability changes from one day to the next. So I'll just make sure that I can find it before I put it on. If not, I will link another similar product. Now, I'm not affiliated with Amazon. I don't get any benefits or any perks from them for linking anything or for talking about their products. Just so you know, I've purchased these products on my own, off my own back, I suppose, purely for the Black Friday sales. These purples are nice. They're very deep. Rust purple. Now, they don't actually say on the pen what the name is. I've just got the number, quite similar to the Jelly Roll. But that's okay because we've got the swatch card. Blue Violet. Oh, did I just... Oh no. Lost my spot. Blue Violet. Okay. I keep going over the swatch line. 271. Lavender. Gee, the lids go on quite well. They're quite, you really gotta, which is good. 2065. Bright pink. Yep. Oh, how interesting. That is the first one that's looking very different. See, it looks a bit more purpley here. See the difference there? That is the first one that I've looked at and I've thought, oh gosh, how different. But that doesn't matter. I'm just going to go back to the 2265. Let's use the fine one to, oh, honestly, could have just gone the chisel. But yeah, that's, as it dries, the streak disappears, which I'm assuming is the whole point of alcohol markers. I don't know a lot of the theory behind alcohol markers compared to water-based products. I'm just going by what I'm seeing. This one is mahogany, 7528. Oh. It's interesting. My interpretation of mahogany is it's a bit more of a reddy brown. But that's quite like a grey brown. You could almost call it a chocolate brown, but yeah, it's quite a grey brown, if that's even if you would call that a thing. Raw sienna. Brown beige, nearly there. So, I think I mentioned it just briefly before, but if you are basing an image with alcohol markers, it will bleed through to the other page and potentially the subsequent page behind that. So I think a lot of people will use like plastic sheets behind it, which I do need to purchase, or perhaps I might try some greaseproof paper, like quite a few layers, and see how that goes. You can use it on double-sided colouring books, but just be prepared to sacrifice the page that it's behind because it will bleed through. But they are a great way to, if you're using pencils, they are a great way to base your images with a colour and speed up the colouring process. And I think it's also great for just introducing different mediums into your colouring. That russet brown's really nice. Now these ones are quite, as you can see, they're a matte finish. There's no sparkle to them. If you're after sparkle pens, I would recommend the glitter markers. I have they come in a set of 10. I think I've put these on another video, but they come out quite glittery. And there's a page I'm working on at the moment, which I'm going to be using these on some leaves. Okay, let's continue. Chocolate, 405. Yeah, they seem to be coming, the ink seems to be quite consistent, which is good. Again, I'm not extremely well versed in these markers. I'm just going by, in alcohol markers in general. Okay, so dark bark, sorry. In Australia, we don't really pronounce our R's that well. Okay, so we can see the chocolate and dark bark. They look quite similar. The chocolate is more of a blue brown to me, more of a a cool brown, and the dark bark is more of a warm brown. And the russet is more of a red, if you can see that there. Okay, moving on to 425, which is a dark green grey. Oh yeah, it's come out quite nicely. Deep steel grey, 7546. So my first impression of these is pretty great. For someone that's just fresh with art markers, I'm pretty impressed with how these are coming out on the card. $5.35, steel grey. Oh. Okay, black. And then the last one, it says it's white, but it is a blender. It's coming up. You can kind of see there. I need to research how to actually use this blender, all the white. So there we have our two, zoom me back out again. We have our two cards with our colors, and like I said, I'm pretty happy with how they came out. I think you just need to get the right angle for that perfect chisel. I have bled over the, well, I have written over, colored over the line a little bit on the left, which I'll get over. So there we go. So we have our lovely set of 48 markers. They do have a wide range of colors. I do have a couple of other sets saved in my Amazon cart. Whether I order them from Amazon or not, I don't know. We'll just see. I usually check other websites. Even Ohuhu themselves sell direct to the public as well. So I do have some other color combinations saved. I think they have like a skin collection. They even have, I think there's like a Honolulu set, which come in some nice boxes. I have read that it's best to store these flat on their side, just so the ink doesn't completely go to one end. So I will be storing these on their side in my little art box that I have. So there you have it. Some lovely markers by Ohuhu. I'm so glad to finally have these, and I'm looking forward to purchasing these. Sorry, looking forward to using these in my colouring pages when I finally have some books that are single-sided. I think I have one. I have a Kirby book that is single-sided, so I'm thinking of so perhaps like a big picture with big, like a big open image which has not a lot of line work that I could base it with, which should be fun. So stay tuned for more use and tips and tricks for the alcohol markers. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to answer. Thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I'll chat to you soon. Bye.